Hey everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson here for 2K Sports alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Precious few games left before playoff time as the all-important playoff seeding starts to solidify. And it is Magic basketball tonight as the Orlando Magic go up against the Charlotte Hornets. So for Charlotte, their last game, a win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. A great win for them, and they rose to the occasion and pulled off the upset, riding high right now. There are a lot of really exciting players in Orlando, some freakish athletes to say the least. Which Magic player would you say, Kenny, is the most exciting to watch?
Ooh, most exciting? But most intriguing I'm waiting to see probably is Aaron Gordon. You know, he didn't get a lot of chances last season, but he showed he could be a load and have a handful of athletic plays that will get you on our show on 2K Sports.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. Looking back to the last matchup between these two teams, it was Orlando who was unable to get it done against the Hornets. Whatever they can do to avoid a sweep here, they'll need to rebound and do it, but the momentum is definitely not in their favor.
You know, you hate to use this word, but I really felt like it was a sorry effort that they put forth on the defensive side.
Boy, that's pretty harsh from you, Greg, but you're right. I mean, too many times we saw them slow to set up and get on deep or late on their rotation, and they paid a big price for it.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Payton and Oladipo, the explosive backcourt pair. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post, and it's Gay in at the 3 slot. And so here's Charlotte coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Their percentage from long range in that game was off the charts. It seemed like anytime the fans got a little hostile, they just started to take it up a notch from beyond.
The bombs were really falling, weren't they? I mean, great shooting, especially when you consider it was on the road.
Oladipo outside. Picked by Vucevic. Oladipo goes in. It's another look. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Feeds to Payton. Now here's Gay. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The offensive rebound. Vucevic, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And there's Al Jefferson on the assist from Roten. Jefferson's got his first points in this one.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
There's the screen. Gay against Kid Gilchrist. Snatched up. Out to Payton. Oladipo outside. Gay outside. Back to Payton. Gay outside. Second shot opportunity. Buries the jump shot.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
The Orlando Magic coming to this one after the win against the Brooklyn Nets.
How about the rhythm they got into offensively there? No doubt in my mind what the result was going to be once they started to click.
Really impressive, partner, because they simply put it on cruise control.
Vucevic with the bucket.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Here's Chase. Hits the three-point bomb.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Payton with the ball, and Roten picks him up defensively. There's a screen. Payton outside. Gay kicks to Oladipo. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Here's Roten. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Dishes it to Freak. From deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Freak's got 6.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Payton passes to Oladipo. Vucevic setting the pick for Oladipo. To the paint. Gordon trying to break loose. And Vucevic again. 6 points for him.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Here's Payton. After the basket by Charlotte. Pass to Gay. He feeds it to Gordon. Shot is no good. And the Hornets now going the other way. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Jefferson dishes to Freak. Off target from three-point range. Orlando trailing here. Now we'll go to Dorisburg, who had a chance to talk with head coach Adrian Griffin.
We talked about the impact players on these two teams, the ones who can take over a game single-handedly. And he told me that Michael Kidd-Gilchrist may already be in that category. He said he's a guy we've got to account for. He's just so relentless. If you're not ready to match his intensity level, he'll make you look bad. And Kevin, he said if they can limit his impact on the game, that will certainly help.
Thanks a lot, Doris. There's 48 seconds left here in the opening quarter. At the elbow, Vucevic. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. 8 points for Vucevic.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Gay drives in. Got that one up quick.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
Chase. And it's off from three-point range. Orlando leading. Gay kicks to Oladipo. He dishes it to Payton. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul. On the floor now for Charlotte. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Chase in a two-guard. He's out there at Tony Roden. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Al Jefferson. And it's Goodman in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. And here is Payton following the three-pointer by Freak. Payton outside. The pass to Vucevic. Just 5 to shoot. Vucevic setting the pick for Gay. Fires from the wing. And he hits the jump shot. Gay's got 6 points.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Down low, here's Chase, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And then Oladipo with the jam.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. And it's the Magic with the ball. After the basket by Charlotte, there's the pick. Gay against Kidd-Gilchrist. The drive by Gay. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Looking at the numbers for Vucevic, he has 8 points and a steal.
The Magic shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Now here's Freak. He's got 13. Can't get it to go. 1:49 left to play here in the half. Pass to Vucevic. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 4 assists in the game.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Freak with it. Guarded by Oladipo. And Kidd-Gilchrist kicks to Freak. And another three for Charlotte.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
The dish now to Gay. The 11-footer. The rebound by Roten.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Passes to Gooden. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And it's a 6-point Hornets lead.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Now here's Gay. He's got 6. Here's Roten. Here's Jefferson. It's taken away by Payton. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. Oladipo right side. His three-pointers off the mark. Hornets leading by 6. And here is Roten. 8 points his last outing, and stolen by Payton. Gay kicks to Payton. Back to Gay. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Check out the game for Freak. He's got 16 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped him too.
No doubt, Clark. They'd be in a much different position this game if he wasn't knocking down those triples.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Magic, Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. The backcourt is Payton and Oladipo. And it's Gay in at the small forward position. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Cavaliers had a huge game. He had 43 points, and he tallied those points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that win.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.
Oladipo with the double team. Chase. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Vucevic the pass to Gay. Vucevic a screen on Kid Gilchrist. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Magic have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line. First one falls for him. The Magic making a switch here. Also making some changes. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Jefferson. And Freak subbed in for Kent Bazemore. Walker goes in. Shot is off.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Here's Meredith. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Freak.
Wow. He got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And he makes both free throws. A minute 42 left in the third. And Walker kicks to Freak. Offline with his 3. The Magic trail by 11. Exum with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Garnett. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Garnett's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Magic. For Charlotte, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. It's stolen by Harris. And now Orlando on the break. Exum leading the charge, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal, and then excellent transition offense.
And really, it all stems from the aggressive defense. That's exactly what the doctor ordered.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense, and that's a good strategy when you're on top.
And it's Freak missing. The Magic trail by 9. Now Exum, looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. 30 seconds left in the third. The feed to Freak. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Ajinça kicks to Freak. Fires the three. Garnett grabs the board. Garnett's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now, here's Exum. Tight defense on him. Here's Fleming. Knocks down the 3-ball. He's got 5.
For 3.
6 seconds left in the third. From deep. Missed.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets dance team.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Hornets leading by 6. Chase in at shooting guard. He's out there at Tony Roden. Al Jefferson out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Goodman in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. And Freak throws it down.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Here's Vucevic. Up to the basket by Charlotte. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
They set the pick. Kicks it to Freak. Over to the wing. Here's Roten. Second chance shot, and Kidd-Gilchrist lays it in. And the Hornets lead by 10.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
And Oladipo, here we go. It's Gay on the way. He's covered by Kidd-Gilchrist.
Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
Fires for 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And they double up Payton. He kicks it to Gay. It's Oladipo on the wing. And right through it goes.
Victor Oladipo.
Hornets leading by 8. Here's Freak. And Gordon over to help. Roten with it. Now Payton defending from 18 feet away. And it's Freak missing.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him. Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Stolen by Gay. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. He doesn't get the second one. Gordon dishes to Payton. It's Oladipo on the wing. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
And good passing setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That was a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them, and as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
6 on the shot clock. Payton with the ball, out defended by Freak, shoots from 14, and with that, the Hornet lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Payton.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg does not get much tougher than that. Tough defense, high-pressure situation, clutch play. I love it.
The Magic have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Doris Doris.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Orlando's coach as he addressed his team. He told his guys, time's running low. If we're going to make our move, it's going to be now. Are you guys ready? And as they nodded, he said, let's go get it. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. Kemba Walker's checked in for Charlotte. Now, here's Gay. Here's Vucevic. And it's Freak with the rebound. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Kid Gilchrist against Gay. And he gets it to go. Payton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
Here's Gay. Outside Gordon. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. Feeds it to Walker. From the arc. And again for 3. The basket is good from Chase. And now it's an 11-point Charlotte lead. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Hornets.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Now here's Freak.
Move the ball. Stick it to him.
Out to the wing. Dishes to Kid Gilchrist. Here's the screen. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. And the Hornets lead by 13.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah
right. Gay against Kid Gilchrist. Gay can't hit.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And they double up Payton. Gay passes to Gordon. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Chase. A 3-pointer off the mark. Payton outside. And the foul called on Freak. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
That's his 3rd personal foul. Substitution on the court.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game. It all went right for him.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And Ernie Johnson is still in the building, folks, for the postgame show. Coming up next.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to find all the shots he wanted.
In terms of three-point shooting, this could be framed as a historic performance. Hitting that many three-point shots in a single game is borderline impossible. The pressure was off the rest of the guys offensively. They just had to worry about getting him the ball and setting screens. Then it was bombs away.
Seeing Freak dominate the way he did tonight reminded me of watching him play in high school. He was a man among boys. He was a 4-time consensus All-American back then. Overall, great game.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.